Now I will practice from the book Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. Here I am. No matter who you are, life will present you similar opportunities where you can prove to be uncommon. There are people in all walks of life who relish those moments, and when I see them, I recognize them immediately because they are usually that motherfucker who will all by himself. It's the truth who is still at the office at midnight while everyone else is at the bar, or the badass who hits the gym directly after coming off a 48-hour off. She is the wild land firefighter who, instead of hitting her bedroom, sharpens her chainsaw after working a fire for 24 hours. That mentality is there for all of us. Man, woman, straight, black, gay, white, or purple fucking polka dot. All of us can be the person who flies all day and night only to arrive home to a filthy house, and instead of blaming family or roommates, cleans it up right then because they refuse to ignore duties undone. All over the world, amazing human beings like that exist. It doesn't take wearing a uniform. It's not about all the hard schools they graduated from, all their patches and medals. It's about wanting it like there is no tomorrow. Because there might not be. It's about thinking of everybody else before yourself and developing your own code as of ethics that sets you apart from others. One of those ethics is the drive to turn every negative into a positive, and then when shit starts flying, being prepared to lead from the front. My thinking on that Georgia mountain top was that in a real world scenario, a storm like that would provide the perfect cover for an enemy attack. So I didn't group up and seek warmth. I dialed deeper, welcomed the carnage of ice and snow, and held the western perimeter like it was my duty, because it damn well was, and I loved every second of it. I squinted into the wind, and as hail stung my cheeks, I screamed into the night from the depths of my misunderstood soul. A few guys heard me, popped out of the tree line to the north, and stood tall. Then another guy emerged to the east, and another on the edge of the south facing slope. They were all shivering, wrapped in their measly poncho liners. None of them wanted to be there, but they rose up and did their duty in spite of one of the most brutal storms in Ranger school history. We held a complete perimeter until the instructors radioed us to come in from the cold. Literally, they put up a circus tent. We filed in and huddled up until the storm passed. The final weeks in Ranger School are called Florida Phase, a 10-day FTX in which 50 men navigate and panhandle, GPS point by GPS point as a single unit. It started the static line jump from an aircraft at 1500 feet into frigid swamplands near Fort Walton Beach. We waded and swam across the rivers, set up rope bridges, and with our hands and feet shimmied back to the other side. We couldn't stay dry, and the water temperature was in the high 30s and low 40s. We had all heard the story that during the winter of 1994 it got so cold. Four would-be rangers died of hypothermia during Florida phase. Being near the beach freezing my nuts off reminded me of Hell Week. Whenever we stopped, guys were nut to butt and jackhammering, but as usual I focused hard and refused to show any weakness. This time it was not about taking the souls of our instructors, it was about giving courage to the man who was struggling. I had crossed the river 6 times, if that is what it took to help one of my guys tie off his rope bridge. I would walk them step by step through the process until they would prove their value to the ranger brass. We slept very little at 8, 11, even less, and continually knocked off reconnaissance tasks, hitting waypoints, setting up bridges and weapons, and preparing for ambush, while taking turns leading a group of 50 men. Those men were tired, hungry, cold, frustrated, and they did not want to be there anymore. Most were at their ultimate edge, their 100%. I was getting there too. But even when it was not my turn to lead, I helped out because in those 69 days of Ranger School, I learned that if you want to call yourself a leader, that's what it takes. Thank you. That's it for today.